welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Liz, and I know it's been around 2 weeks since I don't upload a video, but I just been so busy. I had my nephew with me and I had to take care of him, so that was really hard to film. So I'm sorry if you guys hear my dogs, they just won't leave the room. So yeah, right now I have time to film, so I just figured I would film a look for you guys, and then I'll just try to keep up with it. But yes, today I'm going to be doing a summer look, and I kind of want to go with the browns and oranges. So before we get started, please make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Also hit that notification bell to get notified when I upload videos, so you won't miss any videos that I upload. And also give it a thumbs up at the end if you liked it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to be prepping my skin first before I start with my eyes. So I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master Prime Blur and Smooth Primer. I really like this primer because it really makes my skin like soft and it blurs my pores. So I like to use this one. I'm sorry if you guys can see this thing right here. I woke up with a pimple right here and it kind of hurts, but I think we're gonna cover that up, so no worries. And also I got a little patch right here of dryness. I don't know what it is. I've had it for around 2 weeks and it does not want to go away, but it's really annoying because foundation really sticks to that spot. So I'm sorry if you guys can see that too. Okay, so now moving on to the eyes, I'm gonna prime my eyelids, and I'm using the Wet n Wild concealer in the shade light medium beige to prime my eyelids. And then I'm just using a Morphe M173 to set that into my eyelid. And I'm also gonna cover up this blemish that I have right here because I don't want it to show. And then I'm just gonna be setting my eyelids with this is the Anastasia Contour Kit, and I'm gonna be using this first shade right here. It's a real light shade. I'm just gonna be applying this on top of the concealer just to set the concealer in place, and the shadows will go on smoother. Okay, so moving on to the fun part, I'm going to be using, it's been a while since I didn't use the Jaclyn Hill palette, so I'm going to use it today just because I like all the shades from this palette, especially like these orangey ones, like this one. They're so pretty, so I'm going to be using this one. And my brushes are dirty, so don't mind my brushes. So I'm going to start with the crease color, and I'm going to start with this shade right here, which is called Crimsicle. And I'm just using a Morphe R38 brush, and I'm going to buff this on the crease. Just like in circular motions, you just want to make sure you really blend that into your crease. And be careful not to bring it all the way up here to your brow. So next, using the same brush, I'm going to use this shade next to it, which is called Butter. So I'm going to be applying this on the crease as well, just to build up that shade, to make it deeper. So moving on, I'm going to move on to the orange shade, well, kind of like a burnt orange. And I'm using this shade right here, which is called Hunt. It's a really nice color, and I'm going to be using a Morphe 433 brush. So I'm really packing this into my brush, like just dip it in there, and it's really going to pack shadow into your brush. So what I want to do is I want to start like in the outer V, and then just mainly pack the shadow there, and then work my way into the crease. So I'm going to start right here, and first you just want to just stamp it in there, like just pack it in there. Once you have mainly all of your shadow in there, then I want to work it into my crease. So I'm just going to be working it here in circular motions, and then just bring it to my crease just to blend everything right here. So now that we have that, I'm gonna move on to this shade right here, which is called Roxanne. Using the same brush, I'm just going to be adding a little bit of that right here on the outer V, just to make that shade a little bit deeper, and to my crease. I'm going to be moving on to the shade on my lid, and I don't want to do a lot on my lid. I'm just going to be using this ColourPop eyeshadow in the shade Amaze. It's a really glittery shade right here. And I'm going to put this mainly on the half, this inner part of my eye, and towards the half. Just that little space that we did not cover with shadow, that's mainly where I'm going to put my shade. And I want to put it with my finger because I feel like I grab more color with my finger. It just looks nicer when you apply it with your finger. And then once we have that, I'm going to be blending this just so I don't see any harsh lines in here. So moving on, I'm going to start with my foundation. So I already have my skin prepped and primed. So now I just want to add a little bit of the Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer just around my cheek area, which is where I have most of my pores. And I kind of just want to like pat it at first just so it can really sink into my pores and really cover them. And then I just want to like rub it a little bit. So for my foundation, I'm going to be using the ColourPop No Filter Foundation. I've been really liking this foundation a lot. So I'm in the shade Light 70. I know when I first reviewed this, I said that I felt like this shade was a little bit yellow. But once I blend everything into my face and neck, I feel like the shade looks okay. So I'm going to stick to that shade for right now. So I'm just using a damp beauty blender, and I'm going to be applying this all over my face. And I'm going to make sure to bring it into my ears a little bit. You don't want really white ears. And then bring it all the way to your neck right here. Okay, so moving on, I'm going to move on to my concealer. And I've been using this combination a lot just because I feel that the Tarte Shape Tape is a little bit drying for me this time around. I still use it sometimes, but I do feel like it's a little bit more drying under my eye. So I've been really liking these both combinations, and I'm going to be using the Maybelline Better Skin Concealer, and this is in the shade Light, mixed with the ColourPop No Filter Concealer, and this is on the shade, it says Light Neutral. I know they have like numbers. This one doesn't have a number, but it's the Light Neutral one. So first, I'm mainly going to be putting the Maybelline one just because it's a little bit darker than the ColourPop. So I'm mainly going to be putting this on my under eye, on my forehead, center of the nose, and on the chin. And then the ColourPop one, I just want to add a little bit under my eye, just like 2 lines like this. And then I'm just going to be blending everything in with my beauty blender. But since it already got a little bit dry, I'm just going to be spraying it with the Mario Badescu facial spray. And then just blend this into my skin. So now I'm going to be using the ColourPop No Filter Setting Powder, and this is in the shade Translucent, and I'm just going to be baking under my eye. And then to set my whole face, I'm going to be using the ColourPop No Filter Pressed Powder, and this is in the shade Medium. Looks like this. I know it does not look like a medium shade, but it says medium, so. And I'm just going to be using a Morphe Y1 brush to set all my face, to set my whole face. So moving on, I'm going to move on to my under eye just because I feel like I'm naked down there. So I'm going to basically use only 2 shades. So the first shade that I'm going to be using is in this shade. Is this shade right here, which is Roxanne. And I'm going to be using a flat definer brush, and this is a Morphe M432. And I'm going to be applying this real close to my lower lash line. Kind of like just stamping the shade into my lower lash line. And then with a pencil brush, I'm going to be using this shade right here, which is Hans. I'm going to be buffing that into my lower lash line, just to blend this shadow under here. So now that we have that, I'm going to be applying my false lashes and doing my eyebrows off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I already applied my lashes and did my eyebrows. So now I'm going to be moving on to my eyeliner. So as always, you want to know, I always use the Sephora Kohl liner in the shade Cocoa. And I'm going to be lining my waterline. Whew. My eyes get so watery when I put on eyeliner for some reason. And for mascara, I'm going to be using the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara to apply this to coat my lower lashes. So moving on to bronzer, I'm going to be using the Morphe Bronzer, and this is in the shade Celebutante. It looks like this. It has like a double contour and bronzer all in one together. So I'm just going to be using my bronzer brush, and this is a Morphe M527 brush, and I'm just like grabbing it like this. And then I'm going to be contouring my face with the Anastasia Contour Kit, and I'm using this shade in the middle. And this is a Morphe R5 brush. I'm going to be using the Morphe 8W blush palette, which looks like this, with my blush brush, and this is a Morphe E4 brush. I'm going to be just grabbing a tiny bit of this blush right here because these are so pigmented. If I dip my brush into there, I'm going to look like an orange. So I'm just grabbing just tap the excess, and then you can just apply it. If you need more, you can go in with more, but just be careful because these are very pigmented. And then on top of that, I want to add this shade right here. I'm sorry, this shade was Provocative, and I'm going to be adding the shade Beat, which is this top one, and this one has a little bit of shimmer, so I'm going to be adding that on top of this one. See? So moving on for highlighter, I'm going to be using the Kylie Cosmetics highlighter, and this is in the shade Cotton Candy Cream. So I'm going to be applying this, and I'm using a Morphe M510 brush. I'm going to apply this on the highest points of my face, which are my cheekbones right here. On the tip of my nose. Cupid's bow, and a little bit on top of here. Also, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter, and this is in the shade Rose Molten Gold. I'm going to be applying this to the inner part of my eyes. So I mainly want to apply this right here. And right here. And I also want to apply this under my brow bone. And here. And then for my lips, well, first of all, I think I'm going to set my face first. So I'm going to be using the Mario Badescu facial spray or setting spray, and this is in the lavender one. So I'm just going to be spraying my whole face. Be careful not to be talking while you're spraying your face because you will accidentally taste the product. And then just tap everything. And then for my lip liner, I'm going to be using the Kylie Cosmetics lip liner in the shade Autumn. And I also kind of filled them in a little bit. And for my lipstick, I'm going to be using the ColourPop Luxe lipstick in the shade Foolish, which looks like this. And there you have it. I love this lipstick. It's kind of like a burnt orange, like it kind of looks red and orange at the same time, so I really like it. So this is the final result. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.